Hello everyone, it's That One Sock. Welcome back to my channel. Now, listen, I have a new deck profile for you. This is Cofagrigus EX. Okay, I'm very, very excited to present this deck to you because there's a lot of text. Okay, I put a lot of spicy text into this deck list. I don't know why I'm bumping the camera. I am so sorry. Let me fix that. Anyways, so this deck, I'm just gonna tell you what the main objective of this deck is. Basically, put damage counters on things, devolve them, lock things into the active, and spam damage counters onto stuff. That is what's happening. That is what's going on. We'll let you know ahead of time. This deck is not a meta deck. You will lose to a lot of these meta decks. However, in matchups like Charizard, in matchups like Goldengo, in matchups like whatever evolves, right? Gardevoir. Oh, this deck kind of destroys Gardevoir. From my testing, this deck does very well into Gardevoir. So basically, what you're doing here is using Cofagrigus' attack hollow hands to put damage counters on things, and then you don't really give a fuck if the bitch dies. You don't care if Cofagrigus dies. You don't care because you get to grab anything from your deck, and a lot of the times you're gonna grab some control of some kind. So I have a lot of control in here. I have a lot of stuff going on. I will be warned, this deck does brick from time to time. My supporter my supporter lineup is probably to blame, to be honest, but I will get into that as we go. So let's just dive into this deck list because I have spicy text in here and y'all are not ready for this. So first of all, we're just going to start with 3 Cofagrigus because Cofagrigus is good. I was running 4 of them, but I truly, at some point, you don't want to give up 2 prizers. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you don't want to give 2 prizers up all the time. So you run 3 of these. Now, basically, Cofagrigus has 260 HP, great. The retreat cost of 2 is annoying, but it does have a resistance to fighting, which literally never comes in handy because nobody plays fighting. But, you know, sometimes somebody might play fighting. Anyways, he has the ability Gold Coffin, so when he dies, you can search your deck for any card. Great, lovely. You have most of the time you're gonna search for a supporter or something to try and unbrick your hand. And then you have the Hollow Hands attack for 110, which is not a lot of damage. That is the problem with this deck. This deck does not do that much damage. You have to put a lot of work into doing what this deck does. But if you can set it up, there's some pretty good results. And then you can put 5 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So that's great. We got 3 of those. I was running 4. 4 is a bit dramatic, so, you know. Then I run 3 of this Yamask. You know, this Yamask is why, or the one I use because it's the best one, okay? Also, this glare is really annoying. Let me see if I can deal with this lighting. I'm so sorry. Okay, I turned off a light. Hopefully that's better. It's a bit dark now, but y'all can survive. Anyway. So we have Yamask here. Yamask has the attack Ominous Eyes, and it has a retreat cost of 2, which is really annoying. But it has an attack for 2 energy, which sometimes comes in handy. You get to put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So that's great. You know, that's great. Now, it does get blocked by Jirachi. Its attack does get blocked by Jirachi, because it is a basic Pokemon that puts damage counters from an attack, which is, you know, Jirachi's whole gig. So, yeah, that's really annoying. But anyway, we're just going to continue. Then we run 3 Xatu. Of course, I was running 4. It was a bit dramatic. I ended up discarding them. So we still run 3 Xatu here. Xatu is just not really useful. It has a resistance to fighting as well. You know, this deck might destroy fighting type decks. Who knows? It really doesn't. But here's the main reason why we run the Xatu, of course, because we're running Xatu. Of course. Yes. We have the Clairvoyant Sensibility. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. I run this because it's great, and you get to power up Cofagrigus very quickly. He only costs 2 energy to use. So you can attach for turn, and then attach from a Xatu, get some draws in, and then start placing damage counters on things. Like, it's pretty good. Anyways, now we get into the backup attacker for this deck. Now, sometimes I think about bumping this character up to 2, but I run 1 of the Mischievous line. Okay, listen, this Mischievous line, she comes in handy. She is nice. I like her. Because not only is she annoying as hell with this ability, Spiteful Magic, if this Pokemon is full HP and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you get to put 8 damage counters on something. Like, that is crazy. And it's a single prizer. You know, this Mischievous, whatever, like, we don't care for her. There's a 70 HP one, I think, but I don't have it, so we use this one. And then Eerie Voice, you get to put 2 damage counters on everybody. And now, it has 2 damage counters on everybody. And we have Radiant Alakazam in this deck, so we get to move those 2 damage counters. And you know, it's really good. Like, I really like this Mismagius. I think people are sleeping on Mismagius and Cofagrigus, but you don't need more than one. I don't think you need more than one. It's just really annoying when it gets prized, but we do run heavy ball for that reason. Anyways, for more attackers, we have this Mew EX. Now, Mew EX is really, really, really good. Okay, listen. Mew EX has a lot of good things going for it. The only bad thing about it is that it's a two-prizer. I hate the fact that it's a two-prizer. One, it's a desperate draw engine. Okay, Xatu's great, but sometimes you don't have energy. So this, listen, the deck got a lot more consistent after I put this card in, so it's definitely worth the investment. I know this card is a little bit pricey for people, but, you know, purchase it because it's worth it. And then you have the genome hacking ability. You get to choose one of your opponent's attacks, and sometimes, you know, this can win you games. This can win you games. You can get Radiant Greninja. You can get fucking Giratina V-Star's attack. You can get all types of stuff and hit people for crazy amounts of damage. You can hit people for insane damage or use techs that they didn't see coming. Like, it's really good. And with the Xatu, it's really easy to power up. Not only that, it has free retreat, so this is your pivoting option for the deck. You can choose another Pokemon as a pivoting option. I do have another one in this deck that you could use, but it's very bricky, so I don't live for it. Anyways, the restart ability is why we use this. Once you're in your turn, you can draw cards until you have 3. Insane. So we don't use Bibero. She's fake, she's not real, she's brick. We use this because it's an attacker, a pivoter, draw engine. It's everything you would ever want in a card and more. I mentioned we have Radiant Alakazam, and we have him in here for a reason. Okay, not only is he super useful as an attacker, yes, shocker, our Radiant Alakazam can destroy bitches with his attack. Mind Ruler 20 times for each. Oh, girl, this I can't read shit with this lighting. Like, too shiny, Mind Ruler 20 times. This attack gets 20 for each card in your opponent's hand. Listen, this is a lot of damage. Also, it resists fighting. What the fuck is this deck's problem with fighting types? Everybody resists fighting. Anyways, yeah, but that's not why we use it. We use it for painful spoons. So you can move around your damage counters. You can set KOs up on things and then devolve everybody and, you know, do stuff. That's what happens, okay? Then for some other annoying little attackers, I run the Mimikyu. Yes, this comes in handy. Yes, it's insane. People sleep on this in Cofagrigus, but this is insane because not only does this attack, but 7 damage counters on something, which is really, really, really good because then we can move them around and do lots of cool things. And not only that, it puts damage counters on stuff. Does this get blocked by? It gets blocked by Sableye. That's really fucking annoying. But anyways, this safeguard ability is so freaking good because a lot of times people don't see this coming. It's searchable with Fog Crystal. It's really, really, really good. I love this Mimikyu in this deck. And then the last attacker in this deck, I do run the one Iron Jugulus. Listen, this thing is kind of fake. It's kind of fake. I never really use it, to be honest. You can take it out, but I have it in here for a reason. We have it in here for the homing headbutt attack. 50 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon that already have damage counters on it. So you can set up a kind of attacks. But the problem is that this thing's gonna die if you use this attack. So you have to kind of strategize that. You can run a Future Booster Energy Capsule on it, but take a hard look at this card. Is it worth running a Future Booster Energy? No, it's not. Stop being fake. And then we run this, okay? Like, we don't care. Pokemon over. Now we move on to supporters. My supporter lineup's garbage, by the way. You should change it. I have 2 Iono. Iono's great, but I'm just gonna go over all the supporters after I place them all out. So I have 2 Boss, a Roxanne, a Research, a Bruno, Tulip, and an Arvin. And you may be wondering, why the hell do you have so many one-ups? I'm wondering the same thing, because I need to streamline this shit. I don't know what's going on with my supporter lineup. Listen, I don't know. You could bump Iono up to 4, honestly, you could. But I just really like the Bruno in this deck, and the Research is really good. I find myself always searching for Research after Cofagrigus dies. Like, I always find myself searching Research. I'm over this. We're turning the lights on. I'm so sorry. This video is kind of a mess, but, you know, you will deal. So we have 2 Ionas in here. Now, if you don't know what Iona does, you may be living under a rock, but I will teach you anyways. Each player will shuffle their hand and put at the bottom of the deck and then basically draw cards until they have as many prize cards as they have remaining. So this is really insane in Cofagrigus because you are basically inting your Pokemon to try and get an advantage. So you will, like, put your opponent to a lower hand. I was running Judge before, but Iona is just better, to be honest. Then we have 2 Boss. Of course we run the Boss. Who doesn't run Boss? And in this deck, you really, really, truly want to stick things into the active that don't want to be there. It's kind of a control deck in a way, but not really. because it's not like Snorlax level control, but it's kind of control. It has control aspects. We do run double counter catcher, double boss. We do. Plus path. Oh yes, we are a little bit annoying. Anyways, we have boss's orders. You know, you can bring things into the active spot that don't want to be there. It's really good. I really like it. I really love boss in this deck, to be honest. Now let's address the one-ofs. Let's address. I will go over each of them because I think they're all good. Professor Research, discard your hand, draw 7. It just lets you play the game, to be honest. Roxanne, it's really insane in this deck because, like, you're inting your Pokemon. So why would you not want to Roxanne them? Like, it's so good. Then we have Arvin. You get to search your deck for a tool and an item. You need this card because Devolution is a tool, so you need to search it. And sometimes you don't have it in those specific situations, so you need to search it to make sure that you do have it. We then have a Tulip. This card is an insane late game player because, you know, sometimes you want to late game attack with, I don't know, like a Mimikyu or something, but you discarded them earlier, so you get everything back plus the energy you need. You can get back 3 energies and you can have 3 Xatus out in the field and then just immediately pump them to things. You know, it's an insane card, honestly. Tulip is really, really, really good in this deck. I've never regretted running Tulip. I think that it's really good. Running it early game is kind of sus because you're probably discarding it, but it's pretty good. Then we have the Bruno. Now, my thought process here is that if you're into your Pokemon, like, you might as well get benefits out of it. So you get to shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 7. Like, that's pretty good if your opponent or if your Pokemon get knocked out. It's pretty good. I like Bruno. I like Bruno. That's the supporter lineup. Let's get into the items. Of course, we run 4 Battle VIP Pass. I don't want to, but we do. Okay, Battle VIP Pass is stupid. I hate it, but we run it because it's necessary. Everyone else runs it, so I might as well. And then we run the 4 Ultra Ball. 4 Ultra Ball, we can... Oh, I didn't explain about VIP Path, though. Anyways, it allows you to search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench immediately. You can only play it on your first turn. It's very sacky. It's very coin flip. It's very annoying. We run 4 Ultra Ball. Discard 2, search your deck for any Pokemon. It's insane. There's no reliable evolution search in this format, to be honest. We have to run the 4 Ultra Ball. There's not really a choice in the matter, to be honest. No real choice in there. And then of course we run the 4 Fog Crystal. It's insane in this deck. You get to search energy, you get to search basic Pokemon. Like, half of your attackers are fucking basic psychics, like this. And then you can get any Pokemon here you want. You can get this. Like, the Fog Crystal is just insane. You get to search these people, which, you know, is really good. And then we run 2 Great Ball. I don't know why I run the Great Ball, to be honest. You can run whatever you want. Feel free to experiment with this deck to your heart's content. I actually don't hate the Great Ball. I find myself getting Xatus and Cofagrigus off of it, but yes, it does fail sometimes, so be aware of that. We run 2 double counter catcher because counter catcher is broken. I didn't explain what these cards did. Y'all, if you don't know what these cards do by now, it's okay, I'll teach you. Okay, Fog Crystal allows you to search for psychic energy or a basic psychic Pokemon, reveal it, put in your hand. It's great. You get to search whatever the hell you want. It's great. And then 2 Great Ball, you get to search, look at the top 7, reveal a Pokemon, put it in your hand. Great. Lovely. Then 2 Counter Catcher. If you're behind in prizes, which you are going to be behind in prizes, you get to switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. You can bench in Barbaros. You can bench in whatever you want. Radiant Greninjas and Gardevoir. You can bring anything you want, to be honest, to the main. And then we have the 1-ofs. I run the 1 Escape Rope because I was running Switch before, but it's really not that good because we do have a pivot in this deck anyway, so like there's, I don't know, I find myself liking Escape Rope because Escape Rope is just awkward for the opponent, so, and I want to make their life misery. So we run the Super Rod because things die, you don't want to put it back into the deck. Then we run the 1 Heavy Ball because there are some important 1-ofs. 1-of basics, these people, you want them a lot of the time, so that's why I run the Heavy Ball, so that they don't get prized, and if they do get prized, then you can grab them easily. That's the item count. Then for tools, of course, we run the 2 Devolution. You can honestly run 1, like, it's probably fine, but I run 2 because I don't want to lose the game-winning strategy. You will not win with combat damage, so you have to kind of win with devolving the opponent's Pokemon. Listen, we don't have high damage counts. Like, the highest, the person with the highest amount of damage is literally Radiant Alakazam. So, yeah. We don't win through combat damage. We win through outsmarting and out-controlling the opponent. So we run 2 Devolution here. If you don't know what Devolution does, it costs 1 energy. You can attach to any Pokemon and devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution card from it to your opponent's hand. So you can devolve all your opponent's Pokemon, and then all the damage counters that were on that Pokemon before devolving remain on the devolved Pokemon. So basically, if they have 8 damage counters on them, and then, oh, here, I'll give an example. So if I have this Xatu on the field, and let's just say we have 6 damage counters on it. Like your opponent puts 6 damage counters on the Xatu and then hits you with the Devolution. This would go back to your hand, but the 60 damage would remain on the Xatu, so your Xatu would die. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It should make sense. Anyways, Devolution's really good in this deck. And we move on to stadiums. I run 1 Town Store, 1 Path. You can run double Path, you can run double Town Store, you can run double Artisan if you want. Like, be my guest. You can do whatever you want. I didn't find Artisan necessary because we have Fog Crystal, so you can run whatever the hell you want. No one is telling you otherwise. Anyways, Town Store is really good because you can Surge Devolution. We only run 1 Arven. There's really no reason to run more than 1 Arven. This deck doesn't have a really particularly good draw engine, so there's no reason to run more than 1 Arven. So you want to draw cards of your supporters. Then we run the 1 Path. This Path, it destroys people. It makes them want to quit the game. This 1 of Path, because people don't expect it. People think that you care about your ability on Cofagrigus. Like, no, at some point in the game, like, what the fuck are you gonna search anyways? Like, what are you gonna search anyways? Like, late game, you're gonna search like Counter Catcher or whatever bullshit. Like, you've already thinned your deck a million cards because of Xatu anyways. So like, a lot of the time I don't find myself caring about these Pokemon's abilities. The one ability I don't want to shut off is Radiant Alakazam's, because it's really, really, really good, of course, because it allows you to flip around your damage. But sometimes when you play Path, like, you're gonna shut it off, unfortunately. Play around it. If you don't want to play Path, you don't have to play Path. I'm not holding a gun to your head to play Path, but it's really good. It's really good. You should run it. And then for energies, we run 1, 2, 3, I hate this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 energies. 9 energies. Yes, this is an energy-based deck. No, you don't need 10. No, you don't need 11. You are fine with 9. If you don't like 9, run 10, girl. Anyways, let's get into some test hands with this deck, and let's see what this deck can do. I've never done test hands on my channel, but y'all, I love this deck, so we're gonna see what this deck can do. If this deck flops, then crickets. Here's our hand. Yes, I cut the video. If you want to be suspicious about it, go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Here's our hand. Do we get a basic? We have gotten a basic. Ooh, this hand is good. So we're gonna put this down. How much HP does this bitch have? We'll be fine. No Iron Valiant's gonna donk us. I forgot if it has 60 or 70. Anyways, we're going first. So we're gonna go ahead and play this. A draw for turn. We got a Tulip. Of course we did. Play this. Play this. Let's see what we have in the deck. Let us see what we have in the deck. Do we want another Natu down? Probably. Do we want Mismagius? Let's see. Let's see if we want Mismagius. She's in the deck. Do we want Mew or do we want Mismagius? Do I have an Ultra Ball? We do have an Ultra Ball. Should I attach said Ultra Ball? Should I get 2? I don't want 2 Cofagrigus out. I think what I'm gonna do is get 2 Cofagrigus out. The second one. And then, do I want you? Choices. I could get this or this. Thoughts. What's in the hand? Ultra Ball. I think what we do is just grab second this. And then maybe I want the Mismagius for later. I think I'm gonna go with Mismagius. There we go. That is what's happening. This is not a bad start for this deck. Sometimes you get terrible starts. So let me just move these over. This is what's happening. This is our discard. And from there, we're gonna attach this to this because we want to attack next turn, and then we will pass. I don't see a reason to play these, so yeah, we're gonna pass. Oh no, my enemy has killed this. Great, lovely. Let's put this up and draw 1. We have hit Iron Jugulus, everyone's favorite Pokemon. Well, bitch, fuck Iron Jugulus. We're gonna do this. Get rid of these to search. And honestly, I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of really tempted to grab Mew here. Kind of very tempted to grab Mew here. You may be thinking, why aren't you grabbing Cofagrigus? Girl, I can't attack with Cofagrigus. I have no energy in my hand anyways, so... So, we just... And I don't want to give out 2 prizes, so we're just going to put this down. Then we are going to use this and probably fail it. 1, 2, 3. This is why we did not play Cofagrigus. Okay, I knew. I'm just going to take that and put that down. Shuffle the deck real quick. Let's hit energy off of Mew. Let's hit an energy off of Mew. We have 1 card in hand. We could use this or maybe not. I don't know. We literally don't know. So I'm just going to use this. Draw 1, draw 2. Oh, y'all are so mad. Oh, y'all are mad at me. Y'all are mad. I'm going to attach this to Cofagrigus. Y'all are so mad. Hit him with that Iono. Put this at the bottom. Draw 6. Let's go. Y'all are mad. Y'all are mad. This is rigged. This is rigged. Y'all show me shuffle. Y'all saw me shuffle. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not gonna play a whole game, of course, against nobody. But yeah, this is kind of the idea of the deck. This is what's in hand. I did get Bruno, Iono, 2 energy, Yamask, and another town store. This is what's happening. I didn't hit Xatu or Mismagius, but I could have searched them with the Ultra Ball. I just chose grab Mew instead. Yeah, if you like, you guys can enjoy playing the game at your own pace. Enjoy testing the deck. The deck is really fun if you have facing a lot of evolution decks. It's really fun. If you fight Miraidon, Roaring Moon, big basic decks, you'll want to kill yourself. So please don't kill yourself. Okay? Don't do that. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Cofagrigus is really fun. I hope you guys enjoy testing out this deck list. And if you don't, I hope you enjoy changing it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. My next video will be a really fun deck list. All right, look at this. Look at this deck. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm giving you a little hint. Of course. This is the next deck profile that's gonna go up, and I cannot wait. I recorded a Gardevoir one, but I was kind of sick during it, and I'm not really confident with the deck list anymore, so I'm like putting it away to the side. People are playing no battle VIP Gardevoir, all this bullshit. I'm over it. Anyways, if you enjoyed Cofagrigus, like and subscribe. I have more deck profiles coming. For more casual, competitive Pokemon TCG content, hit subscribe, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.